Alright guys, we're working on Selena's Rx7 today. We're going to get into some control arm bushings, lower control arm bushings, and we're going to do some bushings on the front of this car. So we're going to run through that in a video today. So we got one lug left. We're going to pull this wheel. We're going to go have tie rod ends and all that stuff. Okay. So we got one locking lug here. So we got left holding these on. I'll give that to Selena. Give her a little tool thing back. We're going to pull this wheel. And then we're going to pull the wheel. And we'll get some lights and figure out what we're doing here, guys. We're gonna go after the rack boot is like all stiff now. They don't accordion anymore. And then we're gonna go from there. All right, guys, here we go. We gotta lift up. We're gonna pull this cotter pin out. We're gonna go after tie rod first, then these two, then this one, and then the one in the back, and then we'll pry that out and bring it to the press. But yeah, we're gonna go right through that right now. That's what we're doing. So we're gonna mash some cotter pins flat. And then we're going to pull this nut off. And I like to bash these with the hammer. I don't run the fork in there, if I can help it. So a lot of people will run the fork in there. You know, the ball joint separator, or tie rod separator. But if you do that, it kind of wrecks the rubber, which is fine because we're replacing it. But if it's too big, it'll actually ruin it stretches the tie rod end out. I don't like doing that. So I just try to bash them off. So, because it's tapered, you can usually whap on these and they'll fall out eventually. That's going to make a wire out. See, it knocks them loose, so you don't have to wreck everything. So, and if you drove the fork in there, it would destroy everything. But you can beat on that and they'll come out. And then we're going to go after the two bolts on the bottom. And that was a 17. And there's another one. Those are coming right off. Did you loosen those? No? Wow. Stuff isn't very tight on these. Okay, so that's going to get this off. Might have to straighten that wheel. That's just pulling this thing at this point. But we'll mess with that. That doesn't look like it's going to clear, does it? No. We'll find out if it's going to clear or not. We might have to pry and push and do some acrobatics with this, but we're going to get that off. So we're going to go after the two in the back. Well, we'll just do this one because it's 17. And we already got the 17 out.
The wrench is on.
Lost my wrench.
The wrench is on it.
No, it's not.
Oh, I don't know. Sorry.
That's done. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. 17. Yep. So we're doing this because the bushings are not awesome on this thing. Alright, so we're going to get this bolt out. I'm going to start this on there. It's spinning. It just doesn't want to come out. So it's not even tight. Just can't get it. Now that I can get something behind that bolt, I'll be able to pull that out. Like, or it'll probably just come right out. Because now it's moved. There it goes. Most of the way anyway. Alright, there we go. That's a bolt, a lock washer, and a nut. And then on the back, the very back one is the U-clamp. I'm going to zip this off, the sway bar. Lock washer and a bolt. All right. Have to get an extension on one of them. Oh no, it's rubber. I thought it was metal. I thought this little thing was metal over here. It's rubber. Okay, now we should be able to maybe get some screwdrivers or pry bars or something. Pull this out. We should be able to get this out. You got two bolts and a bracket. Bracket goes this way, so we know. Can we see that? So I don't know what we can see and what we can't see. Yeah. Okay, that's how that goes. Okay, this bushing here is the one we're going to press. So we'll run over to the press right here and we'll press that out. This should all just fall off of there once we hit it.
Can't see it.
That one there slides off the end. It's going to slide off that way once we start whacking on it. Yeah. And we're going to loosen this so we can take the tie rod off. Alright guys, once we get to the press, we'll bring you back. Okay guys, we're going to pull that one bushing off using the vise. Should come right off. Might have the wrong kit. We're looking at different stuff now. It should come right off of there, but it's not going to. Alright, so I guess we'll fight with these two then. I don't know, I guess we're going to fight with these. Bring you guys back. Okay guys, everybody I guess has to burn these off. We're going to try a bearing. Yeah, we're going to try a bearing separator first. If we can, if we have a deep enough socket, which we probably don't. So we're gonna switch this around, guys, and we'll go from there. Let me flip this over. We're gonna tighten this up on this bearing separator, and then we'll run it over to the press, and we'll see if this works. Because I don't really want to be burning everything. If I can help it. Seems alright. Seems alright. I'm going to try that, guys. We'll bring it over to the press. Alright, guys. So we got a bearing separator. No light, so this is going to be awesome. So we got a bearing separator in there. I don't want to get into burning these off. Like, I guess that's how everybody else does it. I don't like it. We're going to try to just push it out of there. I don't know if it's going to work. Seems like it's doing something. Or it's just ripping the rubber, and we're going to make a huge mess out of everything. But this is where we're at. And I don't want to set it on fire and be like everybody else. So we're going to do things different. And there we go. But that's one. And we're going to press this one next. So I'll bring you guys right back. Alright guys, we're going to press this one. We got a socket for it to go down into. And then this is hopefully going to press that right out. Maybe this is the one they were burning. I'm kind of leaning towards that's the one they were burning out of there. I think that socket's too big. That socket's too big. We're going to find another socket, guys. We don't like that socket. It's too tight. Guys, we got another socket here. We're going to try it again.
Different socket?
Yeah, different socket.
Something's moving.
Yeah, it's going right out of there. So I like this better than burning anything. This is kind of a weird shape, so you get into a tough spot here with this because it doesn't just fit in the press. So you kind of have to do some finagling. We almost made it. We didn't quite make it, but we almost made it. Oh, we did make it. Did we make it? We did make it. There it is. There's a bushing. This one really wasn't in that bad a shape. Probably didn't need to really change that, but these back ones were terrible, so now we're going to press a new one in, I guess. I don't know if we really need to press the new ones in, or if we can just grease. You might be able to just grease this hole and push them in. I'll bring you guys back. Okay guys, here we go. So we cleaned up our control arm. Looks pretty alright. And we're going to just bash this on there. I don't think we need to press these. I think they're just going to push on. I don't know what you guys can see, so. There it is. That's that. Pretty simple. Then we're going to do this one next. Let's just grease everything. Hopefully they're seeing shit. Alright, here we go with this.
That ain't what it is.
We're going to push these in. Yeah, this stuff just pushes together now, guys. You don't need to press anything. Yeah, so there's all your bushings. Everything's greased. They say grease everything. That's what we did. Then the steel bushing will get pushed in. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. You can't, it's gonna get all cut out. I don't know what you can see in that camera and what you can't. There we go. That's that. All assembled. That's it. We'll clean that up again because now it's all filthy. So there we go. That's one completed. So we'll show you guys putting that back together. Alright guys, I'm going to push the bushings in this one. That one's tighter than the other one.
Oh, it must be
I think
stubborn.
that grease is sticking it.
I put too much.
Okay. Alright, that's one. We had to jam that on the floor, guys. Yeah, Selena's got so much shit in there, it's crackling. I'm just gonna push this one in there. These ones went in pretty easy. The sleeve,
Oh, yeah.
not so much, but it's probably gonna hold that apart, so that's just gonna be a big fucking mess.
I guess I put way too much.
We're gonna jab this in there. Alright, that's all our bushings. We're gonna put a sleeve in this one. So it's got crap all over it. We're gonna leave it there. And this is our bushing. Bushing don't want to go either.
That when you had the bang
Yeah.
on the...
We banged it last time, guys. We banged it in there. Here we go. That's heavily shitted up. Alright guys, we're going to go back to the car. Alright guys, we're going to whip this tie rod off. We taped where we need to be. So we're going to take this off. We're going to pull that nut off. And then we're going to, there's a strap up here. I don't know if we have to cut it or if it unscrews or what, but we're going to get rid of that. And then we'll get rid of this not so flexible accordion thing. Bellows, I don't know what those things are called, but that's for the, keep the dirt out of the rack and pinion. Our inner tie rod seems pretty tight. Outer tie rod's all right, and they gave us new rubbers for these. So we have new rubber for those too also. Alright, we're going to see what we need up there. So right up there on that rack. Blind you guys with the light because it could never be in the right place. Everything's aluminum, plastic. Right there, there is something holding that. I don't know what it is. It doesn't look like there's anything on that. Is that just going to rip off of there? I don't know, guys. Maybe it does rip off of there. Well, it's breaking off of there. Perfect.
Oops.
All right. Well, I'm gonna figure out how to get that off of there. All right, guys. We're gonna jam this boot on. See, it's nice and flexible, and it's supposed to do what it does. Do this yet, but I don't think we're gonna use wire ties. Like the whatever it was that puts them on there. So there's our boot. This goes back to a spot somewhere here. It's like a bump in it somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's right here somewhere.
There's a clean
Here
spot.
it is. That's where that's
Oh,
gonna
that's
go.
where it's supposed to be.
And that's on there. So now we're gonna put our nut back on. I'm gonna run that up to our tape. Better camera equipment. Put a tie rod back on. Oh, no, yeah, we're gonna put a tie rod back on. We have new boots for these too. All right, guys, here we go. We're putting a tie rod on. And now we have a new rubber thing for that. We're gonna throw some, it's got grease in there now. We're gonna throw some grease on top of that. We got a nut back on. Selena's gonna get some grease on there, I guess. I would think that's where we were. Looks about right to me. And then we're gonna get our lower control arm in a second. So we cleaned them up pretty good, so those looked all right. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, just like that. Good enough. These are the factory ones, but they're super tight, so we ain't changing them. We're just gonna throw some grease under that boot and call it a day. You can load it up on there. You don't have to press it down. It'll find its way down.
I was trying to get something out. Piece
Oh, a piece of rubber.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Guys, we're gonna get the lower control arm ready. Guys, we're gonna jam this lower control arm now. So this should go back in there. We got a bolt that's gonna go in there. So we can find the hole. Yes, sir. And we got a nut and a lock nut. I mean, a lock washer and a nut. That's gonna do that one. Yes, sir. It is. There we go. And then we have this metal thing. Oh, can you guys even see what we're doing here? Okay. All right. And then this goes at the end. It's like a horseshoe looking thing. That's going to capture that mount. We're going to turn it the right way first. Yep, like so. I'm going to stick this on there. 17 there, and then it was a 17 wrench up top, and it was 17 here, and it was 14 back there. So we're gonna do this one first. All right, I'm gonna tighten. We're gonna start back here, guys. We're gonna tighten up some stuff. Good. Yep. Then we're gonna go to 17 and 17 wrench. We're going to do this one next. Heck yeah. And then we're going to do these. And these were 17 also. Yep. I'm going to leave this one off for now so we can move the sway bar up and down when we're fighting with the other side. That's going to go that way. I hope you guys are catching all this. But if you're not, I don't know. I'm going to show you the one side. Now there's probably no light at all. All right, and we're going to turn this back to where we want it. Got a boot somewhere. I'm going to throw a bunch of grease up under there just to have it.
You have the boot?
Yep. And then there's our new boot. Alright, and there's our boot. And then there's a castle nut. And I always try to remember where that was facing. That little cotter pin hole. It's facing... you guys can't see it, but it's facing right there, so I know where that is. And this was a 14, I believe. So we're going to go after this with a 14 wrench. Or we can put the gun back on it, maybe. It's not 14. It's bigger than that. I guess it's 17. It is 17. A little bit more. Get that cotter pin. I think we're lined up right there, guys. And this is our jam nut. We're going to re-jam the nut. Okay. All right, that's that, guys. We're going to put this one bolt in once we fight with the other side. We're going to wait till we're down. So that's it, guys. We got all new bushings. We're going to put some clamps on these two things. We're going to put clamps on here. We're going to tighten this right now. Tighten our jam nut. And there we have it. Front end bushings, Rx7. There it is. We're going to put our rims back on. I think we can actually put the rims on permanently now. But yeah, that's it, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Rx7 stuff. See ya. Ray came over to say hi. What's up, buddy? What are you doing, Ray? You stretching? Come on up here. Come here.